Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of my income investing journey, where I document every weekly deposit, every buy, every sell, and the real performance of my portfolio week after week. This week was another crazy week, as well as a big rotation for me. So let's get into it. As you can see, my portfolio year to date, it's down 2%. From the 0.76 that it was last week, which doesn't come as a surprise. Like I'm sure most of you know, this was a pretty tough week. But you know, I'm not really very concerned so far, and we'll go into this a little bit more into the presentation. As always, weekly contribution remains consistent, $75. No matter what the markets are doing, the contributions don't stop. And this is the consistency that is going to allow us to keep on building on this whole strategy. We had a massive rotation. We have a lot of buys, a lot of sells for the week. These weren't just little tweaks here and there. This was actually an entire portfolio reshuffle. I trimmed down several positions that were either overlapping with the 16 positions or were positions that were really dragging the portfolio down, or were positions that didn't really meet what the strategy for the portfolio is. And then we just actually moved out of them, but we moved into a very similar position that fits better the strategy that we're following. So obviously I sold HIS because I was on the green for this, and it dropped, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take profits. I'm going to see how long it's going to drop for, and then I may actually re-enter. I dropped YMAC by purpose, not by YieldMax, by purpose, because it was overlapping with my USCL position. Therefore, I had already made some profit on this. I didn't see the need to keep it. So I sold it, and then I sold every single of my crypto-related positions. Bitcoin dropped, I think it was 60,000. It's up 9,000, but I don't really see short, medium term crypto doing anything. There was no point of just having money there doing nothing and just losing it, right? And as for my gold and silver positions, I moved out of the pure silver play and into the ETF monthly gold tracking covered call portfolio, right? So I had two positions which were really just growth, and I actually moved them now into two similar positions, cheaper, so I was able to buy more units. But that are also invested in gold and silver, okay? So like I mentioned before, most of these were either underperformance, too volatile, or, you know, they don't fit the long-term structure that I'm trying to build here. So year to date, as I mentioned earlier, we are down 2%. You know, after all the volatility that we had this week, you know, I'm not really, you know, worried about it. It is what it is. It's not ideal, but given the sharp moves in software, crypto, gold and silver on Thursday, you know, this number actually makes sense, right? And it's still quite manageable, so I'm not concerned at all. We got paid the first monthly dividend, so you know we get paid dividends twice, right? Because I've got some bi-weekly portfolio, so we got paid the first monthly payment. It was $29.67, which obviously we went ahead and reinvested. We didn't withdraw any money, that's not the point. And the compounding engine keeps running and pumping along, so very happy with that. One of the assets that got hit very hard was hpye.to. It was pretty bad. It was like, I think it dropped almost 18% on the day. And you know what? I wasn't really concerned when it dropped 18% because I thought, yeah, okay, yeah, most of the same type of stocks that related to this stock, which is Shopify, also dropped a lot. But when the market recovered on Friday, where everything, like for example, AMD was up 8%, AVGO was up 7%. Shopify actually ended the day at 0.08%. I was like, what the hell? So that kind of like put a big red flag on my alarms, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to let it go. So yeah, that was pretty bad. Gold and silver crashed on Thursday. It was engineered, right? I'm sure you all heard the story about this Chinese billionaire that lives in Gibraltar, I think, that got his accounts frozen for a month after he decided to short silver again. He did it once successfully. The market dropped. Apparently, the Shanghai people are supposed to be taking a look into this. Got hold of him, froze his accounts. He's now stuck for a month with short positions. I think the market is going to do what the market does best, and they're going to punish him, which is what he deserves for screwing us all about. However, gold and silver recovered very well. Silver is up, as speaking, went up 9.7%. But what I decided was to rotate out of the actual pure silver and gold positions and into two ETF positions that will actually contribute on a monthly basis to my portfolio. So we got out of kilo.to, sbt.to, and we went into agcc.to and glcl.to. All right, these two, they still give me exposure to the metals. I'm still very bullish on silver and gold. No financial advice, and they actually fit my portfolio strategy way better. Okay. Now, what's coming next week? So as I mentioned, we're going to sell SHHI. Going to let it go. And we're going to sell Tesla, and we're going to get back into HHIS. It's around the $10 mark. We sold it at 12, so we just make a $2 profit. Tesla is within HHIS, so I'm not really concerned. But it makes sense to you know, have everything in under one umbrella instead of having the individual ones. Even though I'm still keeping my AMD and my AVGY positions. They paid great contributions. I'm not ready yet at a point where I want to get rid of those. As I mentioned before, SHHI was greatly impacted by the tech drop, and you know, Tesla overlaps with HHIS anyways, so I think that moving back into HHIS will reduce overall volatility, and you know, we'll keep the income structure cleaner, as both Tesla and SHHI give around the 25 cents distribution. So this wraps up episode 6. Again, a big rotation week, tough performance, but it's still part of the bigger process. You know, we have up and downs. Let me know in the comments, please. Did you rotate anything this week, or did you stay the course? If you're following this journey, please hit the like button and subscribe. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And as always, income first, growth second, patience always. See you next week, episode 7. Thanks. Bye-bye now.